How to get real estate home sale leads in a low inventory market. Listen to this video if you're a real estate agent or real estate broker and you want to generate more listing appointments from your online marketing. Because in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to get real estate listings right now in a marketplace where the inventories are extremely low virtually all across the United States. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Posse Golden and I'm founder of Nosu.io, and we help real estate agents specifically to generate them 5 to 20 listing appointments per month through a strategic personal branding methodology. Now, I want to record this quick video because I know there's a lot of real estate agents out there and they want to get real estate home sale leads. They want to get listings in this marketplace right now, but they find themselves in a top spot when it comes down to generating real estate sale or listings. Every real estate agent out there has a lot of buyer clients, but the issue is that working with buyer clients is extremely time consuming, extremely stressful, and ultimately very, very tough for a lot of real estate agents out there. So what should you do in this market environment to generate seller listings and seller leads in the marketplace that we're in? And how can you get more listings when the competition is so fierce and there's very few properties in this market right now in the first place? Now, before you try to find like quick hack or a quick trick or something like that to generate seller listing leads in the real estate space right now, I want to point out that you need to understand that there's fewer homeowners than usual that are wanting to sell their house in the first place. Meaning, to generate seller leads, to generate seller listings, you're gonna have a lot higher competition than usual historically. Now, let me quickly preface this by saying that it's not like there's not any listings or not any seller leads being generated right now in the current marketplace in the real estate space. It just means that there's fewer homes that are being sold in the first place. And what that means for you is that there's gonna be more real estate agents who are wanting to get those listings. There's gonna be more real estate agents who are competing for fewer listings at the same time. What that means for you is that the law of supply and demand applies here. If it's a low inventory marketplace, it means you need to outcompete your real estate agents. It's mandatory to do that. So meaning your marketing needs to be significantly better, and ultimately your service needs to be better. You need to be on top of your game when it comes down to generating these seller listings and seller listing leads in the real estate space right now. Now, I can guarantee you that merely the agents who are trying for a quick, simple trick or some magical lead generation service that is going to get them all the listings that they want, they will never find any of that. Because the issue is, like I said, there's a lot of competition. So agents who are trying to use quick tricks or trying to automate it or trying to find something that's very cheap, those agents are definitely not going to get a lot of seller listing clients right now in the marketplace. So you need to sit down and ask yourself, like, if I was a homeowner, if I was selling my house right now in today's marketplace, would I choose me? And based on your marketing, if the answer is not clear and honest yes, that means you've got some work to do. It's the survival of the fittest. Now, assuming your service is top tier, the next step to addressing your business is going to be in your marketing. You see, marketing is not only about lead generation or only about staying top of mind with people in today's market. Really, what I've found is that the marketing that works in one market quite often doesn't work in another market. And the reason why is because every homeowner will obviously be unique. Every homeowner will be one person who has completely different fears, worries, frustrations, and desires. What this means for you as a realtor is that in 2022, 2023, and moving forward, just generating leads or just posting generic content, as example, on social media probably won't do the work for you. So what I mean by that is, let's say as an example, you live in San Francisco and you have a homeowner that's looking to potentially sell their house. They have that seed of thought in their mind. They're thinking about, like, what if I sold my house? What if I got this and this amount of money? And what if, in this example, let's say I moved into Austin and moved into a better house or a better location, right? They might have that seed of thought to sell their house, but they're not necessarily doing it yet. And the reason why is a lot of the times they're going to have different fears. They're going to have different worries in their mind related to moving into a new area, or related, as an example, to moving to a new house. So as an example, let's say that homeowner is wanting to sell their house, but maybe they're worrying a little bit, okay, well, if I sell this house, am I going to be homeless? Because if they can't find a new home in this low inventory market, that's going to be the case. So if you don't address that in your marketing, what's going to happen is, let's say you pay in San Francisco, you might pay $200, $300 just to get that listing lead coming through there. You pay that amount of money to generate that lead, but if they have that concern, you're not going to be able to convert that person into appointment or into a listing. Or another example is a homeowner who is going to know that they're going to be moving to another place, but maybe they're thinking that they need to wait for the prices to rise and to sell their house at quote unquote optimal price. So there's a lot of these types of thoughts that are running to homeowners' minds, and you need to understand that the job of your marketing is not just to get content information or not just to stay top of mind with those people. The job of our marketing is to base it around these thoughts, base around these frustrations that are going through that homeowner's minds. Because the truth is, when they're at that place where they don't have any fears, they don't have any more worries, they're all clear, and you can show them the path to fulfill their exact desires they're looking for, you're going to be the exact realtor they're going to be working with. But you need to keep in mind that these things are not necessarily such that you can just plug a software or just whip out your credit card. You need to address these things in your marketing through proper nurturing and conversion systems. So in your marketing, meaning your ads, meaning your social media posts, meaning your emails, reflect the inner dialogue running to your ideal client's mind, running to that seller leads, running to that homeowner's mind. And when you do this, you demonstrate to them that you understand their problems better than they do themselves, better than any other real estate agent out there in the marketplace. And that's going to immediately put you into an authority position in their minds. So they'll start to feel like when they look at your marketing, when they look at your post, when they consume some of your content, they're going to start to feel like this is exactly what they need, because now you demonstrated it to them that you understand exactly what they're going through, exactly what they want, and you show them with a way to get there. So how do you do this though on a practical level? Well, the first step is to create a list on a notepad, Google document, ultimately whatever you want to use, and write those things down. Write down the fears, write down the concerns, write down the frustrations, questions, hopes, and desires, and list out every single detail. If you haven't conversed with a lot of seller leads or a lot of sellers recently, and maybe you're a little unaware about what they're thinking about on a granular level, you need to talk with these homeowners and ask these questions to find out exactly what these things are for them, exactly in your exact market environment. So once you've done that, now you have the raw materials to go out there and start creating your marketing content, start creating your social media posts, emails, and your ads. So now instead of blindly, putting out marketing out there, putting out just sold, just listed, and random articles here and there, instead of doing that, now you can take these fears, worries, frustrations, desires, and you can start creating marketing content around that exact area of interest to those homeowners. Now, the issue is a lot of the times when realtors try to do this, they try to, as an example, create a post that says, the market is low inventory, I can help. Now is a great time to sell, right? Obviously, if you create something like that, it's not going to create a situation where after consuming that content, the homeowner is going to be like, yes, that's exactly what I need, right? That's not a realistic thing to expect. So instead, you need to go deep with it. You need to go deep into the marketing, deep into the homeowner. There's a lot of nuances also involved in the communication style. So how do we say these things and everything like that? Now, obviously, in this specific video, we don't have hours to go through every single thing, every single detail. That's something we cover in the private training program called the Realtor Accelerator, where we go into depth into this, show the copywriting strategies, show the video strategies, show the SEO strategies. But let me show you an example of this so you get a good idea in terms of what this would look like to get started on implementing this right now today. So this is one of our clients, Tim Davis. You might have watched the interview with him. He went from 0 listings on his social media to generating himself 33 transactions specifically from his social media last year. And in this post we have here is an omnipresence post. So there's separate listing lead generation or conversion posts, but this is specifically his omnipresence posts where we kind of walk through that exact issue in his market where there's very few affordable homes in Central Oregon. So instead of now just saying that, we actually demonstrate that. So we tell a story about a single mother of 3 young boys, how she was struggling to find a modest home in her hometown. She was looking at a lot of homes trying to find it, but lack of available homes just made it very, very difficult. And then we kind of share here a short story around this and really help the homeowner now that's thinking about doing that as well, thinking about moving from old house to a new house or trying to find a new home. Kind of share a story how they were able to overcome it. So ultimately here, obviously there's things like pictures, things like copy, things like that. But as you can see, this type of post really resonated with the market. This had 73 likes and 20 comments. So ultimately, you want to implement this specifically in your social media posts, specifically in your marketing, specifically even in your advertising. So this is truly the difference between good marketing and great marketing in real estate. And when you do this, you put yourself into a position where you're standing out from that realtor to kind of know from somewhere, right? Because a lot of real estate agents out there, they are competing against that cousin, against that friend that the homeowner knows. And now by demonstrating this in your marketing, you've put yourself into a position where you're the only one who really understands their situations, their fears, their worries and desires. And when you do that, obviously your chances of actually getting that listing, getting that seller lead into a listing appointment, getting that seller lead from listing appointment to a listing agreement now will dramatically increase. Another incredibly way to do this is that if you already have a database of leads, you can run actually these creatives with this omnipresent strategy to those existing leads. So the fact is, you don't even need to generate leads, quote unquote, on social media. You don't need to run like a separate listing lead generation campaign to get yourself listing appointments and get yourself seller listings. Actually, what you can do instead, if you already have a database of 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, I've seen clients, we have some of our brokerages we work with, they have already a database of 10,000 leads. Well, you can actually run these creatives through an omnipresence campaign to those leads. And the beauty of that is that the cost is very, very low, but obviously the ROI is massive. So I created actually a video around that before. It should be visible. I'll put a link to this. You can click on it and watch it. So it's a free video. You can watch it for free, and I'll cover in that the omnipresence strategy where you can learn a bit more about that as well. Other than that, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you found this extremely useful, and I'll see you in the next one.